are in Kuala Lumpur International Airport. We have a 2-hour layover here. The airport is so clean too. So we had trouble booking a taxi in Singapore via Grab, Home, and Gojek app. So it took us like more than 30 minutes. So we are starting to worry because our flight would be 6 a.m. and it's already past 4 a.m. So of course, the rule of the thumb, you should always be 3 hours early at the airport. Luckily, we arrived on time because the taxi is still early. He's fast. We'll see you in Vietnam.
3 hours later.
Hi travel buddies! We are now here at Hanoi Airport. So Hanoi for short because the pronunciation is so hard. So we had a 3-hour flight. Okay. Okay, so we are here in Hanoi Airport. This is the outside, and we just walked a few minutes, and this is our bus going to Old Quarter. So it just cost $1.50 just for 40 minutes of ride. They have a nice bike here. Look. Welcome to Vietnam. Just alighted from the bus, just a few minutes away. Someone is trying to steal my stuff, and I felt her actually. So she's a pregnant woman. I don't empathize with her, and I'm just trying to warn you that if you go here, you better be careful. Don't bring any expensive stuff. You can just bring simple backpack, simple bag. So I regret bringing my favorite bag with me. So it's just a warning. So be careful when you're here. It's just. We're going to have ice cream. I'll try durian sticky. What's yours?
Cacao.
Cacao. So it's 20,000 dong.
Okay, one cacao, one durian.
I have a durian. So he likes the smell. Smell it.
Mine's cacao.
So we finally checked in at the charming hotel near the Kiem Lake. We booked like only for 2 days, like 2,000 pesos per night. Supposed to be we have first hotel, but they canceled our booking because yesterday our flight was canceled. It's only 350 pesos per night. This is called a city picnic. You have a small chair and then bring your food with you. Voila! So we are now in Vietnam. We are buying a SIM card, of course, just like in my previous vlog.
I don't want tourists, I just want...
I recommend you to buy SIM cards outside, not in the airport, so that you could get very good deals and cheaper ones. This will be our first dinner here in Vietnam. Their banh mi is a must try, and we only paid 200 pesos for each banh mi. Amazing! After our banh mi, we have our dessert. And you know how much this costs? Only 137 pesos. Having dessert here in Yen Liors. If you like mango, you better try it. Only 137 pesos. You get a good dessert. Recommended. So we are here in Lanh Leather, handmade leathers. One of the most popular places with a very good leather here in Hanoi. Lanh Leather is a famous handmade leather made by Vietnamese. It has an excellent Google reviews. It is also recommended by TripAdvisor from tourists. This is a must-visit place if you want to purchase a great quality of leather bags. This shop can be found around Old Quarter, Hanoi. Okay, we've been just walking around Hanoi City. So as you can see, so many motorcycles, so you have to be very careful even at pedestrian lane because they don't follow the red lights. I almost got hit. So our first dinner night in Hanoi, we tried Cho steak. It is truly recommendable. For 2 meals, we only paid 1,000 pesos for a great quality beef. I mean, this is the second day actually. So we will have a breakfast here in Bangkok. Good morning in Vietnam time. So from Philippines we we are 1 hour late here. So we are having breakfast on our second day here in Vietnam. So we are in Bahn restaurant. You see this sign? This means water closet and has just similarity in European style. So water closet means bathroom. This meal is just average and I don't recommend this one. So this is our second day of itinerary. So first stop is the Kiem Lake. So many people around. So there's also a program, like an 8K running program around. Nice. And this is the Kiem Lake here. This is one of the tourist attractions here in Hanoi. And that's the bridge. And there's the turtle tower. It's hidden. Cost 30,000 dong per person. This is the popular bridge here. You're walking towards the Ngoc Temple of Hanoi. Right in the center of the serene lake, Kiem Lake, is Ngoc Temple. This is a jade mountain temple, a prominent temple sitting on a small island. It's open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. from Monday to Sunday. After visiting Ngoc Temple, we headed to Ly Dai Tu Park just by walking. Ly Dai Tu was a former Vietnamese emperor and the founder of Ly Dynasty. In this park, you can have fun doing many different activities such as jumping rope and playing a sport. So we're walking towards the Halong Prison, the city of Hanoi. So you just walk around, visit different tourist spots here. Some have entrance fees, which is just cheap, and the others, the lake, you just walk around, no worrying about fees. So we are in the city of Hanoi. We are now in the Hoa Lo Prison. So we're paying the entrance fee cost 30,000 dong or 60 pesos in pesos. They have also an available audio guide, for just 60 pesos.
Audio guide.
Hoa Lo Prison is my most favorite tourist spot in Hanoi, and I recommend that you have an audio guide with you to appreciate the story of the Hoa Lo Prison. It will take 2 hours, but it's definitely worth it. We are hungry and we will try our lunch here in Burger, just a simple restaurant. As you know, that pho is very popular here. I'll be having a salad. I recommend this restaurant. Their pho tastes really good, and we paid 353 pesos for our meal. Hello, travel buddies. We're now here at the Temple of Literature in Hanoi. This is the entrance. Entrance fee here in the Temple of Literature is 30,000 dong per person, and they also have an audio tour cost 50,000 dong per person. But I recommend you to use audio tour so that you'll be able to enjoy and know the history of the place. After eating lunch at Fogo restaurant, we took a grab going here in Temple of Literature. This is my second most favorite after Hoa Lo Prison. Temple of Literature is a temple dedicated to Confucius in Hanoi, northern Vietnam. The temple also hosts the Imperial Academy of Vietnam's first national university. We are now inside the Chi Minh Mausoleum. Before you get in, you have to wear proper attire. So this is a PG-13 area because you have to wear something more appropriate. So mine, I was just wearing a dress, and unfortunately I had to buy a pants from a stranger here. Look.
How much did he want?
So he wants like 300,000 dong. So we said no. So he keeps on chasing us like, how much? 200, and then 100, done. So I bought this for 100k dong. We convert it to dollars, it's $4. And we are in the Ho Chi Minh Museum. So the entrance fee is 40,000 dong per person. So for 8,000 dong. So we're ready to get in.
The Ho Chi Minh Museum in Hanoi, Vietnam is dedicated to commemorating the life of the founder of Vietnam's Communist Party and former President of North Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, or they called him Uncle Ho.
We are now in Ho Chi Minh's mausoleum. Behind me, that's where Uncle Ho's tomb. And people of Vietnamese loved him so much. In the museum, you will see all the relics and the history about Uncle Ho or Ho Chi Minh. That's where they get the name of the city, Ho Chi Minh. Okay, buddies, so we are in Dinh Square. You can take photos around, enjoy walking. This cool, breezy wind. And when you take pictures, take caution because this is a yellow lane, so you're not allowed to step over that lane. They have no respect for pedestrian lane. Too bad. See? See? Yeah. Hello travel buddies, we are in the train street of Hanoi. So as you can see, there are different tracks here, this side and on the other side there. So on that other side, you cannot get in, you have to go to certain restaurants so that they will allow you to get in the tracks. So I just took my videos here. I'm not interested in the restaurants, it doesn't look good. So they have police guard the entrance. We're trying to sneak in, but we're unsuccessful. It's dinner time. We just rested for a few minutes and we're ready for our dinner. Got it's only 700k dong. Good leather. He has a high reviews in Google. Is also check it out. So let's call it a night. So we have a dinner here. Pizza, belga.
We get a couple of beers.
So we'll have
She's gonna have
a
this
slight
cherry.
liquor,
Oh,
not
I'm
too
so
strong.
sorry.
So that's a cheese. It's a white pizza. So people, if you like eating pizzas, I recommend you to visit Pizza Belga. It's so good. Good morning from Hanoi, Vietnam. So this is our third day of itinerary. Okay, so we are waiting for our service to pick us up here at the hotel. We have a tour called a limousine. Our trip will take 2.5 hours from here to Halong Bay, and we will have an overnight cruise. So how much we spent? 2 nights. So include the service for a total of $340 US. So in peso, it's 19,000 pesos. You have an option. Option 2, it costs $70 US or 3,900 pesos. You only have 1 day of itinerary. You're going to return at the same day. So see you in our cruise. Almost 8 a.m. So here's our service. Okay, travel buddies, we are now in Halong. So we will have a 2-day cruise here in Halong Bay, and we will show you the beauty of Halong Bay. And then we booked our cruise by online. We chose the Alisa Cruise, so that's our ship. The 3rd floor of the cruise ship, and that's the pool there. And we're heading to T-Top Island, where you could do hiking and swimming as well. Okay. So Halong Bay is mostly surrounded with limestones. Ooh, it's chilly. It's so beautiful. Nature is so awesome. We are in a T-Top Island and we're doing hiking. So it takes 30 minutes. It depends on your pace. So if you're fit, for sure you can finish it earlier than 30 minutes. Finally reached the top for around 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. And we are at the top. And this is the pagoda. It's a beautiful view of Halong Bay. I'm catching my breath. And those limestones, it looks so gorgeous.
The tour guide will give you an hour to explore T-Top Island. Unfortunately, you can't swim because it's freezing cold. After T-Top, your kayaking is the next activity. You can bring your phones and cameras with you, but make sure you have protective cases or floaters.
Man, this kayaking is just wearing me out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tired?
Yeah, it's actually it's pretty easy. Almost feels like I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, because I do all the job.
6 to 7 p.m. is a happy hour. You can order drinks and we have an activity like cooking class and we will make spring rolls.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, that's the right answer. Yes. Yeah, you know what? Halong Bay in many dynasty ago is have many names more from Lupi, but don't.
This is our second day of Halong Bay Cruise and we're visiting the Sungsut Cave.
So we are in Sungsut Cave, means surprise cave, discovered by French. This was discovered by French 1901. And this, the third part of the cave is so huge. That's why they call it surprise cave. That's my newest friend. Okay, thank you. Okay, there you are, travel buddies. We're done caving in Sungsut Cave. So you know what it means, a surprise cave. And it was discovered by French year 1901. So we're going back. So as you can see, we're moving back. So we will have an early lunch. This is the best experience that you should try cruising. We booked at Alisa Premiere Cruise. They have excellent food, activities, and comfortable room. And you have this small porch here, and then you can see the view of the wonderful bay, old Halong Bay. That's where we went yesterday. We had a short hike, just like 400 steps. So there you are, cruising in Halong Bay.
Dinner and mushroom. Yes. I want spoon of. Thank you. And some meat.
Okay.
Some beans.
Yes.
And olives.
Hello, travel buddies. So we are now at Danang. So we just arrived today. Supposed to be yesterday. So again, we had trouble with our flight. So we were late. Actually we're early on time at the bus, but the problem was the bus. It's late and it's so traffic. So next time should be early. We finally arrived in our hotel.
So we booked our tour guide via Daco Tours. This is truly recommendable because they include free lunch. So we pay 2,600 pesos for each person and you will save 200 pesos if you pay in cash. So they will fetch you at your meeting point at a certain time.
Hello! So we arrived here at Bana Hills. So we have a 1 hour trip. So the weather today is friendly. So a little bit sunshine. So yesterday it was raining. So today, we have our tour guide here guiding us going to Bana Hills. So we have 2 tickets for cable car and plus food. So you need to bring your jacket because the weather or the climate there is cold, like 70 degrees Celsius. And so actually per month is their wet season, meaning rainy season here in Vietnam. But we are lucky enough because we have a good weather today.
Bana Hills was named after a local ethnic minority group residing in the area, which means My Mountain. If you desire to have great photos of legendary Golden Bridge, April and August is your perfect time, but be aware of thousands of visitors.
summer so that you can see the full view of the Golden Bridge. Because right now, if you can see my photos, it's just like a mist, you know, a hand in a mist. So we took a few good shots. At least there's a visibility of the giant hands in the bridge. This is a very nice place, very wide compared to Hanoi Old Quarter. This is more modern, wider, cleaner, more like see ambience. So if you want to see the ambience, you better go to Danang, Vietnam. This is a theme park with rides and shows showcased by professional dancers. Rides are included in our tour except in Wax Museum. It is a huge place, so make sure you wear comfortable shoes. Tour is done for today, 3 p.m. Going back to evening of day 4 itinerary, which is interesting. We are in a restaurant as usual, dinner, hometown food bar. And the food. Good morning, everyone. And today we're going to Marble Mountain and Hoian tour. So we booked our tour in same tour guide like yesterday, Daco Tours. Daco. Daco Tours, yes, seriously. So they will pick us up at 3:30 p.m. later, and we will have a free dinner. Then first is Marble Mountain, and then the Hoian tour, and then dinner, and then back home. From our hotel, it feels like only 15 minutes away. So this is the beginning stairs of the Marble Mountain. This is where you begin. So there are two options, elevator or stairs. So it has only 108 steps. This is our Marble Mountain tour. We paid 2,000 pesos per person and also includes Hoian tour, and dinner is included as well. After Marble Mountain tour, we proceed to Hoi An. There is a meeting point and the e-bike will drive you to the old city. Hoi An is a city on Vietnam's central coast known for its well-preserved ancient town, cut through with canals. It gets flooded during wet season, so recommended to visit during summer. Hello travel buddies! So today we're having lunch in Seoul Barbecue. We already checked out, and after dinner we're heading to the airport. So early as possible is better. And of course, talking about location, we're still currently here in Danang and then flying back to Hanoi. Okay, and that's our 6 days itinerary in Hanoi, Da Nang, and Hoi An, Vietnam. So let's start with the flight. So we booked our flight ticket in Vietjet Airways. So we paid $208 or 11,608 in pesos for 2 people round trip. So we booked our hotel via Agoda in Hanoi. Unfortunately, our first hotel called Lotus Boutique Hotel canceled our reservations because our flight was canceled for the first day. We emailed them to confirm that we are not canceling our reservations, yet they still canceled it. I don't recommend you this hotel, Lotus Boutique Hotel. No. The problem with Agoda is that hotel can cancel the reservations and you will pay for the cancellation fee even you're not the one who canceled it. Instead, we booked to another hotel called Charming Moon Hotel. It's just around Old Quarter, Hanoi. We booked for 2 days. It cost 5,000 pesos. The area was noisy because every weekend they have a band playing, and it's just right down the street of our hotel. So after we dropped our luggages, we wandered around just around Hanoi and tried their food like bún chas, pho's, and banh mi's. Vietnamese food is divine. And we often use Google Maps to find food places with highest reviews in Google, and as well as walking around Hanoi. Then second day, we visited tourist areas like temples, museums, parks. It's just all nearby, so you can walk or take a grab if you want. Just follow your Google Map. Our Halong Bay Cruise, we booked online via Alisa Premiere Cruise. This is their modern ship. This includes limousine, that's their service, back and forth. So we had a 2 days cruise and paid 19,000 pesos for two. And this includes a lunch, T-top island tour, kayaking, dinner with cooking activity, squid fishing, and karaoke. Second day, we had a breakfast and went to Sungsut Cave and served early lunch. Just remember, Burr month is a cold month, so bring your jacket with you as well as raincoats or umbrellas. Overall, food expenses, we spent 8,000 pesos. Fares like buses and Grab, it's 748 pesos. SIM card for 2 people, 2,196 pesos via Viettel. Extra expenses like souvenirs, bags, we spent like 6,000 pesos. And entrance fees for temples and museums, around almost 500 pesos. I summed it up. Our total expenses for 6-day itinerary is 68,000 pesos. And last but not the least, be careful with pickpocketers in any city of Vietnam. They steal passports, cell phones, etc., especially from tourists. And when you cross the street, you have to be alert. Do not look on your phone because crossing is at your own risk. That's it, my travel buddies. Thank you for watching my vlog. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Your support is highly appreciated. 1,000-fold of blessings to everyone. Thank you.